All right. Hello and welcome to the Level 7 podcast where we just talk about video games, movies, TV shows, seriously, whatever the hell we feel like talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Menopause, my menopause. I'm going through it right now.
It's rough. It's rough.
Rough. No, I'm kidding. I'm over it. Mine was short.
That's good.
Hashtag blessed.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Thank you.
For you. Let's see. So really, this week there hasn't been a whole lot going on. We luckily got a Nintendo Direct though.
That was a spicy meatball, a juicy little piece we needed.
It was filled with the juices.
So many sweet Mario juice.
We must extract the juices.
All right, hear me out for a Mario game.
Oh damn!
Mario's trying to get all the juice.
Nope, never mind.
Okay, anyhow. But yeah, no, I mean it was nice that Nintendo did stuff. Yeah. Feels like it's been a while.
Man, it's been forever. That was funny too, because even in the beginning of it, they were just like, "Hey, we know we haven't done anything in a long time. Sorry about that."
Yeah, but I mean, there was a lot a lot of release dates. They finally got a release date for No More Heroes 3.
Oh yeah,
which is dope. A couple other ones, but I mean, there was definitely some like bigger things that went down, as it were.
Some chunky boys that showed up.
Yeah, here, hold on a sec. I can still hear those headphones. I'm gonna unplug them.
Oh, okay, go for it. While you're doing that, I'll bring up the first thing, and probably the most excited thing I actually am excited about. I said that really weird.
The most excited thing I am about.
I am excited.
I am about. They call me Excitement.
Which is both weird and a little sad, but Mario Golf.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm actually really excited about that. The last one I played was both the Game Boy Color and like the N64 versions. Like I played them at the same time.
I've never played one.
They're pretty good. I
mean, is it different than regular golf games in some way?
Like, have you ever played Golf Story?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I never played a lot of golf games.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely one of those things where if you're into golf,
which who isn't, right?
Right.
I mean,
that's also not even right because they're not really like golf games. They're just like a.
Yeah, it's not like fucking Arnold Palmer is gonna come in and be like, "Excuse me, Sonny Jim." I don't know what Arnold Palmer sounds like, so I'm gonna try to make the face that he has on the Arizona. What is it? The
Arizona,
Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, the Arnold Palmer. Half lemon, half tea.
Kind of got that George Bush squint going on, like, "Oh, hey man, I'm just gonna hit the golf ball.
I made this drink.
It's delicious. I was the first one to do it."
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. He probably is like, "Hello," like who knows what he sounds like. But anyhow,
doesn't show up and go, "Well, the wind direction is going to affect your ball, while also the topspin will push it forward when it hits the dirt. So make sure that you always put a little bit of a backspin if you feel you're going to over cast your ball."
Yeah, and then Toad's just like.
Just kicks him in the balls.
Yeah, exactly. Okie dokie.
Okay. Yeah, so no, they're definitely not like that. I'm hoping, because they even talked about a story mode for this new Golf or Mario Golf, and I'm hoping it's just a fancier version of Golf Story.
Princess Toad gets stooled.
Ooh. But
I think I screwed something up there.
No, that was perfect. But yeah, I'm just hoping it's just fun. The only thing that bums me out is you don't get to pick a character. You have to be a me character.
That's the worst. You?
Jesus. Like, I want to play as Yoshi or, I want to be a Mario character. I don't want to be a fucking deformed version of myself.
Yeah, I want to be Captain Toad because he just screams.
Right?
Like,
that'd be amazing. Just
see, exactly. Every time he does a
yeah, see, that sounds fun, but unfortunately you have to play as a me for the story mode, but I'm going to just see if I can make him look as stupid and ridiculous as possible just to make it fun anyway. And I kind of forgot me's were a thing. They were really pushing them this time.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't. I don't know. Yeah, they really like the me thing. They're like, "Hey, check it out. It's you." Kinda.
We made these and you love them. They're in everything.
They put them in Smash Bros, which was weird.
Yeah, it was just like a cheap out for characters they didn't want to build, and they're like, it's a me costume.
They did announce some new Smash Bros characters today. Two characters from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I think it's one character that can switch.
Oh, I see. It's like a Sheik type character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I don't really know anything about Xeno Chronicles. I still have not played that somehow, but I really want to.
It's because you don't like the Switch for long-term gaming.
That's true.
I mean, it's cool to kill some time for a Mario or whatever, but like, if you're gonna invest some time,
right? I did finally get a pro controller though, so that'll probably.
So you
help.
think you're a fucking pro now?
No,
Is that what this is?
It won't hurt, even though.
Are you flexing on me right now? You saying I'm not pro?
I mean, yeah. You want to start something? Oh fuck, people's
dude!
elbow
I'll
you into
fucking
the
beat you.
ground right now.
I will beat your ass at Xenoblade Chronicles 2 right now, dude. Definitive edition, bro.
I don't even. Can you play against each other?
No,
I was gonna say
it's an RPG.
I don't know what's happening. I haven't played those yet. But yeah, even for the pro controller, like my fingers still smash whenever I like just grab it. So it's just like fuck. Yeah, it's one of those. I need bigger controllers, Nintendo. Stop.
Whatever.
Children.
I saw you holding the controller upside down on the internet. You don't. I think you're the problem here. Controllers of the world, don't listen to this man.
That's fair. I needed to make Mario more challenging is all I was doing. So I played it upside down.
Oh, yeah, no.
There you go.
Absolutely.
No, my brother pulled a dirty trick on me. And then I started writing things or something upside down. So then every time he saw me doing it, he would run into the room, hit me in the head, then flip it around until I started playing it correctly.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess it worked. I write normally
it's
now.
like Pavlov's dog in a weird way. Just train him.
Yep. But yeah, I'm hoping the story is fun. It looks like you're gonna have to just talk to people and like I hopefully, like I've said already, it's what if it's like Golf Story, that'd be amazing. Where you just get like little things here and there. It's like, oh, see if you can hit those 5 washing machines in the field from here, and then you do that. You get a little bit more experience. You could power up your power or your aiming or, stuff like that. So,
okay. So it's, an RPG.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's basically a sports RPG with a sport nobody cares about. So I'm excited.
Hey, to all you golfers out there. Sorry. No, golf's fun. Have you golfed?
Oh, I love playing golf.
Oh, okay.
But
but you're not going to watch somebody play golf.
I have never watched golf.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've watched highlights.
I've definitely watched highlights, like those, like 50 foot, like putts. Yeah, where it just like rolls, it like turns, and then you're like, there's no freaking way you plan that, and then it just like drops in. You're like, son of a bitch, how do you do that?
Magicians.
Yeah,
evil.
They're
dark
wizards.
Wizard magic.
Indeed. So yeah, I think that is legitimately the game I am most excited about.
That got announced?
Yeah. I mean, there are a bunch of other ones too that I'm excited to play, but that's the one that I'm like, fuck yes, another Mario Golf. And I didn't know that they've made so many. I thought the last one was on this.
So this
N64.
is the 7th one, right? You said?
Yeah, this is going to be the 7th one, and that's not including a mobile Japanese version, I think.
Oh.
That they made back in the day, but I mean,
8th one then. I mean, it is what it is, man.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I have no clue about that one, so I didn't include it in the news or in this.
Yes, we didn't know. Are mobile games real? If a tree falls in the mobile forest,
no.
Does anyone
care?
What?
Which is just made me start laughing every time I see that like really high production Verizon commercial where they got Samuel L. Jackson to be up there and he's like, gamers now on the 5G network.
I missed it. I mean, I love me some Samuel L. Jackson.
And then he gets eaten by a shark. It's a pretty hilarious commercial.
I remember when that happened in, what was it? Deep Blue Sea?
Deep Blue Sea.
That movie was dope.
But it was being written by Juju Schuster in the commercial.
I see.
Because in the long version, you talk smack to him.
I thought you were trying to tell me that Juju Smith-Schuster wrote Deep Blue Sea.
No.
I was like,
Not written by.
Huh. That the timeline doesn't quite let me think about this.
Before he became a star on the Steelers team, he was writing movie scripts when he was like 6.
Yeah, exactly. And they were fucking dope.
Amazing.
LL Cool J for the win, baby.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh.
Mama said knock you.
There are 3 of those now.
Deep Blue Seas?
Yeah.
I mean, there didn't need to be one. I mean, I love that movie. But
I was going to say.
Hot damn, that movie was a goofy movie.
Yeah, they're really.
I mean, there's a goofy movie, but it is yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Sorry.
I wanted to.
I did it perfect.
You did a great job. That's why I didn't want to follow it up. You intimidated me with your skills.
Goofy's my jam.
Hey, man.
He's the one reason I want to go to Disney World. I want to give I'm sorry to whoever the hell's wearing the costume that day, but I'm running up to you and I'm giving you a big ass hug.
You can't. At COVID, you cannot give Goofy a hug.
They can't stop me.
I think
that's the one thing I'm doing.
I think Goofy travels with private security, actually.
And then Goofy can kick me out.
Actually part of the mafia.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's part of
Well, that makes sense.
Triad.
I mean, he is Goofy. He's a badass, so.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, I'll get that hug. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Sorry, you might lose a limb or two, but it'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So Nintendo is also doing Skyward Sword.
Woo!
I mean, yay! I'm not gonna play it again. It's too long, but it was good.
That actually does get me kind of excited because I have it, but every time I've started it on the Wii and they're like, "Hey, start swinging it around," I'm like, "No, oh shit, I forgot they made you do this."
And Zelda games just start so slowly. You always have to like go get a bottle and be like, "Bloop." And I mean, like, I guess that's why Breath of the Wild was like so popular, right? Because you didn't have to do that. You're just like,
that's true. You could like
just battle.
Fucking run.
Right, and you can do all the alternative stuff, but at the same time, it's like I think they could find a happy medium. It's just I don't know. What are you gonna do? Skyward Sword was good.
It was.
You got to repeat levels though, which is weird. So you go back. So there's like 3 main worlds, is what I think it was.
Oh.
And like there's a boss battle that you basically do 3 times, but it's like the same battle 3 times, but then they like add a layer to it each time, like a layer of difficulty, or they'll like add a different part to the battle.
That's weird.
Because there's like this big like snake thing trying to escape, right, and eat the universe or whatever, and so you have to like seal it back down. So you like fight it, and then you seal it, and then you go do the other world, and it'll start breaking out, and you got to go back and like.
That's some Viking shit right there.
It's pretty sick.
The world serpent trying to eat everything.
Something like that.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, that does seem to be a problem with Zelda games recently. Like all of the freaking bosses in the animals. What the hell were they called in Breath of the Wild?
The dungeons, right? Or the
like, because there were, like, the main ones, and then you could go to each animal and beat each one? Those were... I don't know. I'm very confused. But all of those were, like, the exact same boss.
Yeah.
And it was like, why do I have to do this again?
It's a calamity, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I really liked some parts of Breath of the Wild. Like, obviously, there was a lot to like about that game.
Oh yeah,
and I don't think that, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a bad game at all. It's just definitely not my favorite Zelda game, and it didn't. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's like to some, and it does, but to some more degree, I think it should kind of fit the mold of what players expect. But at the same time, that's the best-selling Zelda game that they've ever made. So I'm wrong, and I should shut my fucking mouth.
Well, I mean, I agree with you too, though.
I know, but
so we're both wrong.
See, but the problem that we have, and this is the problem with everyone, is we have expectations, and we should never have expectations. We should just take whatever's thrown at us, and it's like, all right, cool, whatever happens, we don't.
That's fair.
That's
kind of like Have you played Bowser's Fury yet?
I haven't had a chance.
Oh, okay.
I will.
I mean, yeah. I'm just trying to. It's just so many people are losing their shit over that game, or that add-on, really.
Yeah, I mean,
And like again, it's just one of those situations where I really had fun playing it, but I think it took me like 3 hours to beat.
right.
And I was like, balls. Oh, well now. Oh, okay, I'm done. Like I could 100% it, but I'm not.
Yeah, I've never been that guy.
Yeah, I probably won't.
And I mean, I don't know. It seems like, Nintendo likes to be like, all right, here's a piece of what we're working on. It's called the Wii U. It's almost a good product.
I can see that.
And maybe that's what everybody's like, oh, Bowser's Fury, it's great. But again, expectations. You know what I mean? I already played Mario 3D World, and I was like, all right, cool. Hopefully this is chunky, and it wasn't. So I'm not chomping at the bit to go buy the game again.
Right.
But again, I mean, they're tapping into the underutilized Wii U market that system didn't sell, so they can just remake these games, just re-release. Same with Skyward Sword. I mean, it's like it just didn't sell that well because nobody wanted to buy the Motion Plus because they didn't understand it. And
right. And I mean, it's a good idea because I would have never played 3D World until they put it out on the Switch.
right.
And I've actually been enjoying that part more than Bowser's Fury, like the main game of Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah, no, that game was really good.
Yeah, it's a little easy, but I mean, at the same time, they add in just that tiny bit of challenge for the people that are just trying to collect all the stars and all the stamps. So I just have to do that every level.
And that's honestly, that does get pretty difficult though. Like it will definitely dial up.
Because I think I'm in the 6th world already, and I've 100%ed it all the way up to that point.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying that part way more than Bowser's Fury.
Have you played the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze?
No, I haven't got that one.
You should definitely try that if you want something that's more challenging.
Yeah,
like Donkey Kong. The latest ones were fucking awesome and hard as shit.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hells yeah, I'll totally do that.
Hiya, dude. Hiya.
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 I finally got number 2 and 3 on the SNES. That took a while. I found them in. Actually, I was in Laramie, Wyoming.
Hey.
It was. I think I went back. I think it was the time I went back for my 10-year reunion, and I found them for $15 each at a pawn shop that doesn't exist anymore.
Rest in peace, pawn shop.
Everything's just dying in that town. It's pissing me off. I keep going back. It's like, sweet, let's go to the. Oh, never mind. It's closed.
Says the guy who left the town.
I mean, I don't want to live there.
Neither does anybody else, apparently.
Yep. That's that. Yep.
Hey,
Let's
what are you gonna do? Them's the breaks sometimes.
Here.
Them's the breaks.
And
sometimes.
let's see. Was there?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask what was super exciting in the Nintendo Direct to you. If anything.
I will say that if I were to like claim excitement, which I would say the Project Triangle strategy, even though it sounds fucking stupid. Like I love Final Fantasy Tactics, and it's like
so good.
And Octopath Traveler was solid. I didn't beat it or anything, but I don't know. That looks like the most interesting game to me, and I feel like that is a Switch game, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's not Monster Hunter, which probably shouldn't be a Switch game, in my opinion, but this is like, that's a Switch game to me. Like,
for sure. Did you already download the demo yet?
I did not.
Yeah, apparently the demo is out right after the announcement of it.
See, I can't do demos. I don't know.
I remember this. I forgot.
I know. I tried the Resident Evil one, and I was like, damn, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean,
I just can't do demos. It's just never a full representation of what the game's going to be. And it's like, I get it. They're like asking people for feedback, which is cool.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's actually why I want to try this demo, is because they're actually asking you after you play it and be like, well, it seems like they're going to put out like a survey and that you could fill out after you played it.
Right, and which I will not fill out. So
No.
I mean, I'll be playing a demo, and the other disappointing part of a demo, and this is me. I don't know if this is for you at all. Is like when you got to play that portion of the game when you get the game.
Yeah.
Even if it's the first level, you're just like, fuck. I played this demo like 60 times, and it's just grueling. I don't know. Or when you restart an RPG, when you restart a Zelda game, oh my god, Zelda games are the fucking worst.
That's
think
true.
of Ocarina of Time, the opening of that game.
Oh my god,
Just until you
so
actually
fucking
get
long.
into the Deku tree or whatever, like it takes so damn long.
I think Deku.
Deku? Deku?
Deku. We'll be back in 30 minutes when we're done with this sound.
Anyhow,
but yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the intro to that Zelda. That pissed me off so freaking bad.
I mean, Twilight Princess was the same way.
Oh my, yeah, pretty much.
Skyward Sword is awful. Like the beginning of Skyward Sword, the beginning of Wind Waker is boring as shit.
Oh man,
it's just there's always like
I've never
a
made
bit
it
of
past
village.
Right.
You're just like, oh my god, it's so charming. I fucking get it. But I love the rest of the games. Like once they're like, hey, go fight a moblin or something. You're like, alrighty. And again, I mean, Breath of the Wild, they addressed that complaint.
Right. I mean, pretty well, because there's still that little bit of a startup, but yeah. Definitely not like before. Link's Awakening didn't have that problem. I might add.
It did not. It did not.
That was my favorite one so far. I even still, like, especially with that remake that they've done.
Well, Link to the Past was pretty similar too, but yeah.
Right.
I mean, all the top-down. I never played the what was the other top-down one? The like sequel to Link to the Past. It was Link Between Worlds.
Oh yeah, on
one.
the 3DS.
Yeah.
Damn it, I hate playing stuff on the 3DS. I really wish they would just stop doing that and just put it on the Switch. Like
They stopped making 3DSs.
I
Don't
know,
worry.
but like the fact that I have to look back and be like, Luigi's Mansion 2 is 3DS. Fuck. I'm not. No.
I will not.
I will not.
I will not do it.
It is just such a shit system.
Bend the knee.
Never.
Bend the
knee. I mean, I think I have like 8 games on it. The one I've played the most is Ghost Recon.
Oh, the strategy game, Shadow Wars?
Yeah, that one's amazing. And it works well with the Switch. Or, I mean, the 3DS. The rest of them, fucking Christ. I hate that console so much.
Man.
It is my least favorite console.
I replayed Ocarina of Time. That's the best version of Ocarina of Time.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue that the games aren't good. It's the hardware I have.
I agree. It's very uncomfortable.
Like
it's like
I can't hold that thing.
Honestly, the 2DS is pretty comfortable. I just wish the screen was a little bigger.
Like the big one. That's
the doorstop, the piece of cheese.
Yeah. That makes sense, actually.
A slice of cheese,
right? Because I was trying to think of a good object. That's perfect.
They're like the piece of pie when you're like, you want a piece of cake, and they're like, just give me the little piece, and you're like, oh, I'm about to make you the thinnest fucking piece, and then you slit it and you can't get it out, and then you fuck the whole piece up.
No, it like falls in half.
Yeah, that's what Nintendo did with that piece of hardware. They're like, hey, check it out. You can use it as a doorstop. Or a Nintendo DS.
But yeah, there are just so many games because I have the Samus remake of Samus 2, or Metroid 2, I should say.
Samus 2. The Return of Samus.
The Return of Samus.
Wait, isn't it called Samus Returns?
I think it is. What else do I have? I have the Ninja Turtle games just because I have to buy those. I haven't even played them on there. I own them.
Yeah.
I have Ocarina of Time, but I never beat it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Because every time I start playing those games on that console, it angers me. And I even traded. I had a complete inbox version of the original one when it came out. I traded it for a bigger one, not the new 3DS, but just the big one.
Right.
And I thought, okay, cool, this will make it better. It made it like worse somehow because it's like thinner So you like have to. It's like pinching paper while pushing buttons.
I wish I could disagree with you, but I don't like portable consoles that much. It's just not my thing. I don't know. I get it. The convenience is great, and they can only do so much as far as like making it comfortable, and they're trying to like deal with a wide range of humans, different builds, and it's like, but it kills my neck and it kills my hands. And I'm just a giant crybaby. So what are you gonna do? Just a bougie bitch.
It's crazy though, because I feel like the PSP is probably one of my favorite consoles of all time.
Hot take.
Because that one it's light enough that your arms don't get like tired just holding it like this for hours, and like it's small, but like in a way that my hands I hold it like this. I only need 6 fingers to hold it, compared to like the fucking 3DS where you have to like scoop the bottom.
Well, because you're balancing that top screen too, right?
Yeah,
so it's like you got that fucking thing, and you're like
wait, there's a button on top, but it's like hidden.
You just snap that top screen off. Then you'd be made.
Yeah,
you'd have it made.
Then
you would be made.
I have wanted to make one of those like Game Boy Advances out of the SD, where you just snap off the top part and just fucking solder it or close or something.
Yeah. With the like a DS Lite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. I really want to do it to one of the original DSs. Those were my favorite version of the DSs.
With little buttons?
Yeah.
I like their little... the only thing I didn't like about those ones were the shoulder buttons were real tiny.
Yeah, those were tiny.
They were super tiny.
Apparently, I just like fatter consoles for some reason when it comes to handhelds.
I like fat consoles and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a console's got backlit light and some stuff and it fucking plays some games, I'm fucking done with this. I'm over this. This is fucking bullshit.
Amazing.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Continuing right on.
Yeah.
But yeah, Project Triangle Strategy. Let's talk about it. Did we talk about it? Did we actually talk about what it was? Oh yeah. No. So it is a strategy RPG.
Right.
I
think we talked about it a tiny bit, but then we got really.
I ended up doing
really off track.
Sir Mix-a-Lot about portable consoles.
I mean,
that I don't like. Here we go. Awesome. But yeah, it's a strategy RPG, top down, exactly like Fire Emblem.
Which sounds awesome.
Exactly like, Final Fantasy Tactics. So, you get the high ground. You can shoot things further if you have like a bow or a spear or some goofy stuff.
Right. Even more awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, I wonder if it has permadeath.
That'd be even more awesome.
Yeah. And apparently the game has like a diplomatic system where, depending on the events in the game and like what happens in the battles and stuff like that, like I'm not quite sure. They didn't go too far into detail. You can sway people to vote. You can try to like sway them to vote towards certain decisions that you're making within the game because you're like part of the government or something.
Right.
Which then changes the story, which can, I don't know they didn't say how many different endings there were, but it seems like there's going to be a plethora, which sounds cool because it's like, all right, well, not only is it a, strategy RPG, but then you're also getting like kind of it feels like it'll probably make the story more engrossing, having decisions that are going to actually like split the way it's going to grow.
Right. I was pretty excited about that one too because that was definitely one of the 6 things I wrote down after watching that whole freaking presentation.
That was awful.
Like fuck.
The presenter was so bad. He's just like he kept like snarling. Did you notice that?
It was weird.
I feel like somebody glued that hair onto his head.
Did we actually see him at one point?
No, yeah, he was on there. He was just the red background and he was just like. And they got the most boring commentator who's like, yes, Nintendo is very excited to present this new Smash Brothers character.
Oh, yeah, that fucking guy. Okay.
Yeah. That guy was throughout the whole thing, and he's just like, and it's like, nah,
Thank you for waiting.
And it's like, are you a robot or a man?
I am neither, yet simultaneously both.
I don't really like the Nintendo Direct presentation style. I mean, it's whatever. It's their thing. I'm sure they think you know, ours is pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. It's like next up on Nintendo Direct, a boy finds a thing, and it's like, and it plays into a trailer, and it's like a commercial. It was like when you remember when cable first hit, and they would be like, and at 7:00 on HBO, we're gonna be playing Forrest Gump for at 7:00 all week long. You know, they would play like the same movie at the same time all week.
Right.
Yeah, it's like fucking. That's what it feels like. It's like bad 90s cable television.
Next on U62.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
FX.
back.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, Nintendo Direct is just like the production quality of FX. Like,
dope. Dude, oh man, what the? I'm trying to. Which there was one of them that he kept like reacting to it as well. It was like, "Oh wow, that is cool." Whoa! And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Let me watch this trailer without your commentary. Why are you talking?
he probably left the mic on or something. He's just like, golly gee, this is what we've been working on. This is amazing. Why didn't you guys ever show me this shit before?
Nobody told me there was a video.
Oh, God damn it.
Right?
Dude's just completely out of the loop. They're like, sir, you've signed all the documents. He's like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. He's like, I'm just some guy.
Nintendo, whoa! I thought I was working for Costco.
I hired a guy named Bowser. Like, I don't even know who that guy was. Like, I should pay more attention. They should be like, they're like,
I did, yeah.
this is Nintendo Man. And I'm like, God, Nintendo Man, you're fucking boring as shit. What happened to Reggie? I miss Reggie.
Yeah, where the fuck is Bowser? I've never seen him make any announcements.
He's actually just doesn't he look like it's Doug Bowser, right? He looks like who's the dude from Amazon?
The dude that just quit?
Yeah, what's his name? Billy.
White Man McGee, I don't know.
Frankel.
Frankel. I like it. Frankel, the prior owner of Amazon.
Scorp.
Frankel Scorp. Here to get your store a Gorp.
I don't remember that. Steve Bezos, right? Bezos? It's Bezos.
I'll believe you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
Okay.
I think it's Steve Bezos. It's some Bezos.
That sounds pretty solid.
Every time you say Steve with a huge company, you want to say Steve Jobs, but I'm pretty sure it's Bezos. I mean, we got computers in front. Who cares?
Steve McQueen.
Who cares? Whatever, dude. It's all about Lightning McQueen. All right. Get it together.
Lightning's a tool.
I mean, you're not wrong. So are you going to... Did you ever play Stubbs? Because...
I never did because I could never find it in my podunk town back in the day. And yeah, we've talked about this every time, I know. But I just couldn't find it. And
I mean, the struggle is real. It's good to remember, that we're #blessed now. And we can get pretty much any game we want all the time.
You're telling me.
Almost wherever we are.
Yeah. And no, so I never got to play it, and then I just saw the price steadily rise up, and then I was like, okay, it's $100 now. I'm not buying this game. So I'm actually really excited that there's going to be a new place to buy, like, I'm assuming probably going to be like $20, $25 maybe.
Yeah?
It better not be more than that. I'm not paying more than that.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. I bet
maybe
you
40.
Yeah, I was gonna say $40 is my guess.
Yeah.
$30 to $40, but not 20.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nah.
Because yeah, even Destroy All Humans was 40 right from the start, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
shit.
Yeah. So,
all right,
that's a guess. Who knows? Who knows?
I'm gonna wait for that shit to go on sale.
And I mean, like, are they gonna do a physical version of it, or is it just digital?
If they make a physical, I will actually just buy that right away because that'd be cool. I would love to have a physical copy of it, even if it's not for the original Xbox.
Yeah. That game has been really popular, like, since we opened the stores. Like, one of the few Xbox games. Like, I remember when we first opened the shop, like, people, like, other shops weren't carrying Xbox games because they just didn't sell. They just wouldn't buy Xbox games at all. They wouldn't buy Sega Genesis games either.
What?
Dude, when we opened, Buyback Games did not carry Sega Genesis games. Like, they had a few in their cabinet at the store on 44th, but I think the rest of them just had stopped altogether.
Blasphemy.
Well, I mean, for a while before that like boom in like 2008, 2009.
In the before times.
In the before time,
That's
long
true.
before. I know.
But yeah, that is crazy how very little appreciated the Sega Genesis was back in the day.
Yeah, it's finally starting to gain some traction, but it's usually when somebody runs out of Nintendo shit to buy. I've noticed.
Well, I mean, you only need like 23 Nintendo games from the SNES, then you're done.
Well, yeah, but I mean, so I don't know. I've seen there's like a progression, right? It's like people start, they're like, oh my God, X is my favorite console. And usually it's like, okay, if they start with the NES, then they'll go NES, and then they stick to it, then they'll go to the Super Nintendo.
That's fair.
And then they'll go to the 64, and then they'll go to the GameCube. And only after they've exhausted everything, they're like, what about Sega? There's a few people in the world, very smart people, who just held on to all their Sega shit. And I want to know who they are. And I want to know where their Sega shit is, because it's hard to find.
No kidding.
Keep your Sega stuff.
Yes.
Or sell it to me, whatever.
Yeah. Do that. You could do that too. I call dibs on Dreamcast stuff.
Okay.
Dude, oh man. I know, well, I think we've talked about this tiny bit, but yeah, I love the Dreamcast. I'm bummed that I missed out on it back in the day.
Yeah, luckily I had a buddy that like made it a point. Like he was the Sega dude. He had Sega Channel, he had the Dreamcast. Like when it came out, that was like his shit. He was like about, like, I like the Sega. I had a Sega. I never had a Nintendo. Well, I had an original Nintendo, but when it mattered, I had the Genesis. Whatever that means. And
back when you had arguments about it, that could lead to fistfights.
right, exactly. Exactly. Like the Nintendo was something that I had. The Sega was something that I cared about. Yeah, I mean, but luckily my buddy he had the Dreamcast and he had great taste in video games, so I got to play all the like classics that became classics before they were classics, and who would have known?
Lucky sons of bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, I was lucky. I had a lot of friends that had just like good eclectic taste in video games. I may have been like the most generic dude in my group, to be honest.
Yeah. I think, man, so much. I think the craziest people got with games and when I was growing up was like Lord of the Rings on PS2.
Oh, okay, yeah, my buddy James fucking loved those.
Dude, I mean, they were good.
Yeah.
But those were like the most outside of the box thinking anybody ever got. Like, it was up to me to find everything else.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And I found some, like freaking Einhinder and Tomba. I am always going to brag about that. I bought those for like $10 each. Well, $10 for Tomba and then $40 for Einhinder, which, of course, I know I've said this, but everybody was like, that is way too much for a PlayStation game. And I was like, dude, you've never played Einhinder. I'm buying it.
Yeah, that game's fucking hard, but
Yes,
beautiful.
So good.
I'm telling you, dude, you got to play one.
I mean, I still have it. Obviously, I purchased it. I just haven't played it yet.
We should play it. We should do like another like
A session?
Yeah.
I actually thought about bringing something today, but I was like, what the hell am I going to bring? I was just looking at all my consoles.
I know, you're just like, yeah, what's going to be the fun thing for us to play for however long we maybe do this? Yeah, no, that's
right.
You made the right decision. It would have never worked out.
No. So I thought about it. But, I mean, hell, if you guys want to watch us play a certain game, we would totally be down to do that.
We would.
That'd be dope.
Except for Spin the Bottle. I will not play that with him. This man is a cheater.
Just because the bottle always goes to where I want it to go, that is not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I got the touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And plus, I don't think it works with only two people.
Well, I mean, why do you think I always get it to go where I want it to go?
Hey. So, I don't know. It was a cool Nintendo Direct. They didn't announce anything about Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah,
They like outright apologized.
That was hilarious.
They're like, we're very sorry, but no soup for you.
No soup for you. Here's some more.
I mean, why? They don't have to do it. They have all these old properties that they're like, fuck it. Out of control scheme, which is good. By the way, going back to Skyward Sword, they're adding an actual like no motion control scheme, which personally I liked the motion controls, except for having to reset it constantly. Like when you got the hang of it, it was actually really cool. But then you would always be like looking at the screen and your arms would be over here. And then you're like, oh shit, I'm not even pointing at the screen anymore. Because it would just kind of like lose its sensation from the whack little sensor bar they had.
Right.
Oh, wow. It was fun.
I mean, it needs to be said that Ninja Gaiden Master Collection is coming.
That's cool. I mean, I never played any of the Sigma games.
No? I played the first one when it came out on the original Xbox, and I loved it. It was so hard. It was crazy. Like, I thought I beat, like, the first 2 levels or something, and they're like, all right, tutorial over. Mission 1, start.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, Itagaki, man. He don't play around.
No. And I just wasn't expecting it, because I was expecting, like, oh, this is going to be, like, really fun, just kind of hack and slash, and then I'll be done.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you better fucking get good. You better get good now.
And then there's, like, Ninja Gaiden 2. I mean, honestly, everybody gives Dark Souls, like, credit for being like, oh, the game that you have to, like, learn to perfect and blah, blah, blah. But Ninja Gaiden was insane. And I mean, the NES one's the same way, right? You had to just basically memorize the levels to win.
Right. You had to learn where those freaking birds were coming in.
All those motherfuckers. Fucking falcons. And they would swoop down as you're making the jump, and they knew exactly when you were going to jump. They're like, haha, got you, bitch. That NES one. Yep. But anyhow, I think that was like the 4th level. Because then the 5th level is like the mines, right? That one was sick with the bats. Because the birds just became the bats.
I mean,
God, that game.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've ever even tried to beat that game.
But the point is, those games are hard.
Yeah. And
they're difficult.
All 3 of them are coming out in a collection, and it's not only coming to the Switch, thank God. It's going to also be on the PlayStation, Xbox, and your PC.
Right.
So you can use real controllers.
Well, I mean, you could use the Pro Controller, but at least it'll run at more than like 10 frames.
Right? Like, I still am not convinced that the Switch can run even a PS3 game at full, like, graphical intensity.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't
know. I don't think so. Like, I don't think it could run The Last of Us.
No.
As well as a PS3 could.
Right.
Who knows? I mean, maybe.
I mean, they got Doom to work, but it looks like cheese. So.
Oh yeah, they got Cyberpunk to work. No, they didn't. What am I talking about?
What was nobody got Cyberpunk.
What were we talking about? What was the? There was another one that they put on the Switch that just was
Hitman, but that was from Cloud Gaming, so not even like really.
I think the Immortals was the other one that I was thinking of. That had like the ugly Switch port.
Dude, yeah, and that was unfortunately the only version that I got to play, and there was like draw distance in there, but not like charmingly so, like in Silent Hill or something. It was just like, we can't go past this. Blah, blah, blah,
just
and then
popping up.
Yeah, and just like a tree would like fucking float out of nowhere, and you're like, God! I was sprinting, and now I got to stop. Super.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That doesn't sound very cool.
No, it really wasn't.
And then Star Wars Hunters, whatever that's going to be. They said it's a multiplayer shooter. So I'm hoping for I want like an Unreal Tournament. But
that would be fun.
Right? You get all the bounty hunters and Jedi and stuff and give them some blasters and swords. And
that'd be so cool. Especially if they did it like with the weapons in the middle and like...
That's what I'm saying.
I would love a throwback.
Like a Halo Slayer style game, but like Unreal Tournament 2004. Like the cool big arenas, like... Wouldn't it be
freaking
rad?
Like rocket jumping and shit?
Yes.
That'd be so amazing. But it's just going to be like Fortnite.
No, it's not going to be Fortnite.
Not Fortnite, but I mean in the same vein of like gameplay and...
Just simplicity, you think?
It's just... Because I think that might have been the one where he was just talking throughout it. And he was like, oh, and it's going to be multiplayer. And you're going to be able to download it for free. Which, of course, I tried to find the trailer for it, and they cut his ass out. Totally, and I was like, yeah, that was probably a good idea. But I know they said some shit during it that I was just like, okay, well, I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't much of... I mean, it was just really a teaser. They're like, here are some potential combatants, and then they showed, like, Boba Fett, right? Or they showed like a Mandalorian dude. They showed like a Wookiee. So I think they're gonna have all the different like types of combatants,
Right.
and their style of fighting. But the question is it gonna be like a 2D fighter like Mortal Kombat or something like that? Is it gonna be like a brawler? Will it be like a Smash Brothers style? Because
be
they did
fun.
that with the Turtles. They did Smash Up.
The Smash Up. I still have that and the little comic that came in there.
So I mean that would be kind of cool, like a Smash Brothers style Star Wars game. There's enough characters to constantly be adding stuff. It's like, oh, now we added Darth Maul.
If Darth Maul's just not in it from the start, you're fucking up.
I mean, Darth Maul. You got all the dudes to sell it, and then you sell. Then you're like DLC pack Darth Maul.
That's true. That's true.
Darth Maul's a DLC pack for
DLC.
sure.
Oh man, Darth Maul. It's the best. It's the best.
Cool bad biddy. He's a bad Wadata, my damie.
bad mother
Wadata. I sign that pity on a runny kind. Wadata.
Yep.
You ever watch Pootie Tang?
Nope.
You've never watched Pootie Tang?
I don't think so. No.
You should watch Pootie Tang. It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
He doesn't speak English, but everybody knows what he's saying. He just like kind of speaks nonsense. He's just so cool. His like he hits platinum, but he doesn't make a noise. He's just like, and everybody's like just crying listening to his album and stuff. He's just like the coolest dude. He like fights crime with his belt. It's just a belt, and he's like whipping everybody. It's like,
wait, is that Black Dynamite?
it's kind of like Black Dynamite,
Oh.
but Black Dynamite was after, and that was Michael J. White, I think.
That sounds right.
And then
Could be
so
wrong.
Pootie Tang, I can't remember the actor that plays him, but it's got like it's got Chris Rock in it.
Yeah, I've seen the
It's like an
trailer for
MTV
it,
movie.
but I've never watched the movie before.
You
but
should watch
I
it.
want to though. Yeah,
It's-
I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
It's got Wanda Sykes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, making the connection with Black Dynamite, I was like, oh, it's the like the one that I haven't seen that's similar. Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
it's kind of that same vein, but yeah,
Right.
It's really good. But yeah, I'm gonna sign your pity on a runny kind. Wadata. That's just
one of the things.
One of the things he says that makes no sense, but
And-
it's so meaningful in the moment.
I think really the only other thing that I wrote down that we haven't talked about from Nintendo was World's End Club. Do you remember that one?
No, I skipped that. So was that the one from the team that did like 999 and stuff?
I can't remember.
There
Because
was-
I also wasn't paying attention at first, but then I heard that like they start in an aquarium.
Oh yeah. So it is.
Oh,
That's-
okay. And then it like changes gameplay style on you.
Yeah.
So then like you go from like trying to combat all these other people and stuff, I think, I don't know. I'm going off what I saw. To like just finding that nobody's anywhere. Then you just like try to make your way back home, I guess.
Yeah, so I mean that developer, they did the I think they're called the Nonary game series. There was 999, Zero Escape.
Stuff that was like on the Vita, right?
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
Vita, DS. It started on the DS.
Right.
But they're kind of like mystery graphic novels with replay value. So they'll be like that's like a mystery riddle puzzle.
Right.
Yeah, and then there's also like not really, it's like social sim type stuff where you're like talking to characters and then you can go back and replay it, make different choices to try to figure out like who the killer was or whatever the mystery was.
Oh.
And there's all these different branching paths, so you keep replaying it.
That actually does sound pretty cool. And it looked like it had some like actual gameplay where it wasn't just you sitting statically talking to people. So
Yeah.
I
That's
thi-
good.
I think it was the combination of those where I've never really played the mystery novel games or, you know,
Sure.
whatever the hell they're called. Like the real term for that.
I don't know, play stuff.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
we
You know what I'm
you're
talking about.
Yeah.
I've just never played one of those, and it looked like it was in an interesting enough setting where I think I'd probably dig it. So I think that was like the random game that I knew that they were going to talk about something. I was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I think that's my random game that I'm kind of excited for.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a good one. I mean, a bunch of the dudes at the store when the Nonary Games thing was going on, they were just all about it. It just wasn't really my style either. Like, I'm like, I just want to play a game, not like watch one.
Right.
Then I played Metal Gear Solid 4. God, that was awful. That was the worst movie
That
ever.
was so long. But I remember so many times I'd get into a cutscene and I was like, oh, cool, I'll watch this like 5-minute cutscene and then I'll peace out.
40 minutes later.
Yeah, and I'm like, God, I got fucking things to do, PlayStation, hurry up.
Your house is like legit. It's like the end of fucking Return of the King, man. It just won't end.
My gosh, yeah.
It's like, get on the fucking boat, Frodo. Frodo, you get your fucking ass on that boat or I'll fucking kill ya. It's like, oh, Pip, come here, give me a hug. Get your fucking ass on that boat.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I got a family.
You'll always be my Sam.
We've been gone for a year because of you dumb fucking ass. I don't know. It's like...
Sounds so like Scottish or something.
I don't know. I don't know what hobbits sound like, dude. I mean, who knows what hobbits sound like, right? They're all extinct now.
J.R.R. Tolkien knows.
He's also extinct.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but I mean, yeah.
But his yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
I mean, I'm trying to think cuz like now I just want to like watch some of it so I can try to do like a Pippin impression where he's like cuz he sings this. I'm not going to sing the song though. He does the song. But he's like, Frodo, my little Frodo.
That's true. They go all over the damn place with those hobbits. Like speaking wise, I do love the part where he like gets all somber and he's singing to like the king.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it's like,
yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
And then of course they were like, "Oh, you can sing,"
and he's like eating.
He's like, "Cool, I'm gonna sing now," and he did like 3 songs or something. It was like, "Okay, Pippin, fucking cut it out."
I don't remember Pippin the musical. I think you watched a different. I think there's a musical called Pippin that you're thinking.
No, it was like
he only did one.
They kept like asking him to do shit. Like they even brought him back for the Hobbit trilogy to do like a song. And
I thought you meant like in the Lord of the Rings movies.
No.
Like,
I mean like 3 songs.
The extended scene where he's just doing the Camelot.
The fucking dwarf song though was legit in the Hobbit.
That was good, but the Hobbit movies, I watched each one of those once, and I was like, "That's enough."
That's fair.
The Lord of the Rings movies were great, but the Hobbit movies didn't need to be 3 movies.
There really didn't.
There needed to be 2 movies, most.
But I loved it though, just because, of course, as we've talked about, I love dwarfs. So it was like all of the dwarf lore was just being shoved into each one of those. Dwarf lore.
They call me the Dwarf Lord.
And I lapped it up like a good little lackey.
I hide my treasure under my floorboard.
Chasing this dwarf lord. Gonna hide in my mountain. Gonna use my dwarf door.
Gonna be the king. Try to. I don't know. I'm over this. This is dumb.
Whatever. But yeah, that's actually why I liked them because and they fixed the dwarfs because anybody that's like, oh, the dwarfs were fine in the book. You didn't read the fucking book. They sucked in the book. They were not representation of a proper fantasy dwarf.
I'm gonna tell you right now that Tolkien literally wrote.
I know.
Book.
He got it wrong. He got it fucking wrong.
I guess I don't remember. Like they were just kind of shitty.
They sucked.
Well, yeah, but they're fucking dwarves. That's his whole point. They lived underground. They were shitty. Like you can't tell the difference between the men and the women because they have. Fucking, or females and males. Like
I'm not looking to bang no female dwarf, but they are badasses. They are freaking like.
Well, okay. What did you not like about his representation of the dwarves?
They were really cowardly in the book.
They're this tall. No, I'm just kidding.
But
they were scared of trolls.
They weren't hobbits. So like hobbits are like tiny and short. Freaking dwarves are like tree trunks and short.
Okay, all right, you're right. But okay, they were scared of what? They're scared of 3 giant trolls.
Right. And they kept
a dragon.
Well, they kept running away from shit. But I mean...
Oh, you mean the army of spiders?
Yeah, fight a spider. You're a dwarf. You got battle axes.
A spider? It was an army of spiders, dude. And that was before...
That's how you take down an army, one at a time.
That was before Galadriel had retaken the woods, bro. All right?
I mean, yeah. But they didn't have to be such freaking wimps about it.
And then, yeah, they did. Then they got captured by the elves.
Yeah, and then they didn't do crap in the Goblin Kingdom either.
No, they didn't.
They just kind of
Ran
luckily
away?
got.
Well, you don't
taken
actually,
out
you don't
from,
really know what
Bilbo.
happened. Yeah, exactly. There was like, okay, and then Bildo Braggins.
Bilbo Braggins.
Hello, I'm Bilbo Braggins. Bilbo Braggins' older cousin. I'm here to tell you he's a bitch.
It's fucking Sean Connery as a fucking hobbit.
Bilbo.
Get out of here, Bilbo.
I'm the best hobbit there ever was. Bilbo's a little puss.
Oh my gosh. No. So, yeah, I loved them in the Hobbit movies because they made, at least like Thorin was a beast.
Yeah.
Every time. Like, he's like, fuck that. I'm going to step up. And then everybody else was like, okay, dude, I know you can, but like, calm down some.
Yeah.
So, like, I liked the intensity from them this time around, and like the fact that they were willing to fight for some shit when they not necessarily had to, but they were always willing to.
Yeah.
And it just, they gotta represent.
Yeah, I liked the injected romance between the human and the dwarf.
That shit was weird.
They're like, still got one though.
Chuana.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, sure.
Yeah, that was awkward. That didn't happen in the books.
That's true. Even the most, I don't know, prettiest dwarf was more manly than the manliest elf. So, can you blame her?
No. Dude, I can't blame her.
Right. I mean,
No,
even
not at
though
all.
they did make Legolas fucking cool in those movies.
Yeah, Legolas was pretty cool. He was probably one of my first favorite characters when the movies first dropped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, when did those movies come out? It was like 2000, 2001?
2000?
It's like 2001.
I think it was 2000. Let me check.
So I was like 13, 14, and I was like, oh man, that fool can like walk on top of snow.
That shit was pretty cool. I remember that, and I was like, I wish I could do that.
And then he'd be like, the Oliphant thing was like, you want to remember that being like one of the first things that happened, but it wasn't. That wasn't until like 10 years later. But I mean,
released in December 19th of 2001.
2001. Wow.
That's weird. I thought it came out earlier than that. All right. Not going to argue. Internet's correct. I'm wrong.
I mean, it was post Limp Bizkit, so.
Rest in peace. But, yeah, Gimli was just my boy right from the start.
Was he?
Yep.
I read the books. So, like, I watched the first movie, and then I had this job where I was, like, security at the school. There was, like, an after-school program, but seriously, I was just a sign-in desk guy.
Right.
So please sign the piece of paper, and people would be like, no say. And I'd be like, come right in.
Yep.
I don't know what else to fucking do about this. So, alrighty, adios. Like,
so you actually read them after you.
Bienvenidos. Like,
So after you watched the first one, you read them.
so I read all the books. Yeah, sitting at that desk, and then
That's impressive. I tried.
that is a descriptive man.
Oh my god. Isn't there like a 6-page part where he describes a flower?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. I fugue state some of that. But, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they cut out. There's a whole, like, underground crypt of spirits where they find a singing giant named Tom Bombadil in the forest.
Oh, wow.
This is, like, Pippin, Merry. They like, yeah. I don't know. There's, like, a whole adventure that happens. Well, because there's the whole thing with the tree wives, right? Because of the ants. And then the ant wives.
I'm never going to even pretend like I've read the books. I tried. I think I made it like 70 pages in, and I was like, I can't do this.
I can't do this,
I even bought like a Bible-looking version of it with all 3 of them in there. And it was thick. It was beautiful. It was like leather with like gold on it and shit.
Oh, it was a really nice,
like I coughed up some
leather-bound
coin
book.
to read the books after I watched the first movie because I was like, this is amazing. I love this. I'm going to read these books. Nope.
Nope.
Just couldn't do it.
I mean, they were good books, but I will never read them again. Probably. I don't know why. I mean, and then you try to read like any of the other stuff, like what is it, the Similarian?
Yeah, the Similarian is hard.
I mean, that's like a textbook. I started reading that, but I was just like,
that's because it's like the Bible of their world, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the history essentially. And then there's the other, the lost works
of Orin.
Oh, I don't know. I was actually looking into it the other day because there's just I was looking. I was looking. You see, I was looking, and so I saw, and then when I saw, I done seen.
That's a good idea. I actually have some freaking.
But anyhow, I found him on there, and it was like his son curated it all. It's like he made his son his literary trustee or something, and he released all the unreleased stuff.
Tales from the Polarious Realm.
Yeah, that's what I call it every time I go to the bathroom.
The Children of Hurin. That's what I was trying to think.
Children of Hurin.
Hurin up. Le Hobbit.
Le Hobby.
Lords of the Sith. That's not the same.
What?
I typed in Lord of the Rings on Audible, and now it's just giving me other things. I think those are the only three.
Yeah, I think there was just the three.
The Children of Horin. The Tales of
Children of Bodom.
The Children of Bodom?
That's a band. It's whatever. Lexi Leo, rest in peace.
I was like, is there another one I'm just missing?
No.
And then the Solarian or Similarian.
Similarian.
Yeah.
Similarian.
Similarian. So yeah.
Susu Studio.
Because I got myself an extra credit on Audible, and I'm gonna do that now. Because
just gonna listen to the textbook.
Yeah.
And then in the fourth age.
I mean, not the Similarian.
Sauron.
I'm doing the Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, okay.
Because I've just never read those books.
When you listen to the Fellowship, it's fucking. You know what the worst part of the books were, for me, and it's like I get it. I know why he did it or whatever because it is what it. But all the fucking songs.
Oh.
There's so many songs.
There are a lot, and poems and
they're
stuff.
Long as shit, and it's like, damn, bro. I'm impressed, but also it's all the books in Skyrim. I don't want to read that shit.
Yeah.
I just want to get to the chunky stuff. Get past all that. But what are you gonna do?
Because I just finished my Tom Clancy novel that I listen to while I drive. So
yeah,
I gotta get something else.
Is that Jack Reach Around or what?
No, I read that one by myself in my alone time. No, I just finished Red Rabbit. It was a good one. Still, Rainbow Six is my favorite book from him so far, though.
You read Red Rabbit?
Red Rabbit.
Red Rabbit.
Yep. It's like the early years of Jack Ryan, pretty much. So it was good. Some shit happened, not enough, but I mean, whatever.
There you go.
Probably not gonna start talking about Jack Ryan books. People will hate me.
It's true. It's proven. I
mean, I'm fine with it. I understand.
I mean, isn't Jim Jack Ryan? Jim Jack?
Jim is Jack.
Jackie Jim?
And Jack is also John, I think.
Jack John? Jack Johnson?
Jack John.
Bubbly Toes?
John. Oh, no. Chris. Jack is also Chris. John is Jack, who's Jim is Chris.
Chris
Pine
is Jack?
Jack. In the last Jack Ryan movie.
But
not
Jim.
Jim. Yeah, Jim is Jack Ryan in the show.
Yes, of course. You're welcome.
Right. I know that was pressing on everyone's minds. Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't know, man. I think that's all the news.
That was the news and a whole lot just interjected in there.
That's some chunky news.
Yep.
Call that chunky news.
I mean,
.com.
Beyond that, yeah, not a whole lot happened this week.
I mean, we've got some big news. We'll talk about it next week. But some big level 7 news.
That sounds good.
We'll cover it.
Because we definitely need time to talk about that one.
Yeah.
I am fucking stoked.
I am also.
I've been saying fucking stoked for some of these other things so far, but they do not compare.
Yeah, same. I'm really amped. I'm like, can you tell? Look, I'm very amped.
I am so excited. I cannot contain
You ever get
myself.
so stoked about something you just want to go to bed?
No. I was trying to think of a situation. I've been so excited I've pooped myself.
Really?
Actually, no, I was just sick. I wasn't excited about anything. And I was in school, and I took the train that day.
He's like,
it was a bad day.
I know the answer. That was that.
What's really embarrassing is that was in college.
When you pooped yourself?
Yep. I was so sick, but I was there all day because it took so long to get to school that I would just spend all day at the school, like work on my stuff, just doing other things, and then I'd go to class, and if I had more time in the day, stay there, work on other stuff.
Yeah.
And it was after one of my early classes, and I kind of hijacked an office for myself because I was the president of a club in the school, so I was like,
the shit yourself club.
Yeah. So I was actually just working in that office on a project, and I sneezed, coughed, and shit.
Was the project shitting yourself?
It was the Brown Note project I was working on. I wish. Then there'd be a purpose to me shitting myself. There was no purpose. I was feeling terrible. I coughed and sneezed, which did something weird, and then it made me shit. Not like a full shit, but
it's called a snart.
Yeah, not healthy enough to have just been like, oh, shake that out of the pants. So
it's a snart, dude. It's a sneezing shart.
I went into the bathroom, threw away my underwear, and cleaned off my pants, and then I put them on. I was like, I'm going home now. So I had to ride the freaking train like that, and then I finally got into my car, and I just took my pants off and drove home.
Nice.
It was a shitty day. Oh, literally and figuratively.
I think more people shit themselves than they admit.
I mean, everybody's got to have a good shit themselves story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know that I have a good one. I have a similar story. I was hungover at Best Buy. It was 5 a.m. It was media day.
Over at Best Buy.
I trusted a fart.
You never trust a fart.
Oh my god, it broke my heart. Yeah, no, the poop came out. What do you do? Hey,
That's
throw away your underwear and say, I'm going home. C'est la vie.
Yep.
That was the end of that story. I was like, yep, I done did it. Sometimes everybody says it, don't trust fart. And then you're like, fuck you guys, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm God. I'm
God. No fart will betray me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm invincible, Dad. Get out of my fucking face. All right? And, I shit myself.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Go home. That's what you do.
You just bow your head, admit defeat, and, move on. Carry on.
Yep.
Welcome to the Level 7's podcast. And,
yeah, we should probably end it on our shitting ourselves story.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. And appreciate all of one of you for hanging out. And, we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah. All right. Official sign-off.
Official sign-off.
Is becoming our official sign-off, ironically enough.